I've spent most of my life chasing what's next. When people watch competition, they only see the outcome. They don't see the quiet parts. They don't see what it costs. I don't know if elite athletes are born relentless or become that way. Becoming a mother changed everything and somehow changed nothing. I train differently now, I hurt differently now, but I also understand purpose differently now. I'd say I was always athletic. I did gymnastics pretty much my whole bringing up. And if I wasn't in the gym, I was out in the grass, flipping around, tumbling. I had a balance beam. I was constantly doing something and moving and very active. Both of my parents shaped my work ethic. They really ingrained in both my brother and I growing up that hard work matters, and they didn't really care how successful we were at something as long as we were working hard and putting the time in, and especially when I'm trying to pursue it as a career. That's really what they cared about, is that I was putting the work in and not being lazy, and they both worked very, very hard.
She's pretty regimented as a child, and she liked to kind of just be on her own, play on her own, but she always had a routine. She did gymnastics from when 4, so competitively at 4. And so she was always kind of routine oriented all the way through high school and going to gymnastics and then into CrossFit. She had gymnastics meet and she didn't do so good, and we're like, oh, that was so good. She's like, don't lie to me. I know it wasn't good.
Yeah. Like, were you even there?
Yeah.
We'd get yelled at. I was like, why are we in trouble? Yeah. For complimenting you.
From childhood, I always viewed success as being number one. I've just always had that drive in me. I've always wanted to be the best at what I'm doing. And I don't think it really matters what I'm doing. I just want to be the best at it. And I think it just, I don't know, it's just how I was born. I think you're born a competitor, and I was.
First impressions with Paige, she started just like with Mayhem. Obviously, I've been here forever. She's been here forever. So like, she just had the raw talent and ability that like you would see from a CrossFit Games athlete. So she was just very good at gymnastics. She got the weightlifting movements very easily. So it was like, she's just a natural athlete for CrossFit. You could just see that she had something different that other athletes may not have or just kind of want. She has the killer instinct. Like, you hear people talk about that all the time. Like, Rich obviously had the killer instinct. When she gets on the floor, you can just see in her face that she's like, if that girl's doing that, I can do that too, and I'm gonna keep up with her, and I might be able to beat her too.
Sometimes unrealistic pressure on herself, but she doesn't express that to anybody until she hits that breaking point, and usually tells her mom.
Yeah, like I would get like 2 a.m., Mom, and I would come in the room and I was like, what's this all about? And then she'd just like start crying, like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do good on beam this weekend. And I was like, why are we worried about that? It's Tuesday. Like, and she always did well, but it wasn't well enough. It was never well enough, I think. As we approach the season, I think that's when people say, do you get nervous for your child? I don't care how she performs. I just know her expectation of herself. And that's where like it's hard as parents, because we don't really care.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, every day I am on a very tight schedule. Like, the days that my mom's helps out, I have a little more time.
With the time crunch, do you still enjoy training as much as you did, say, 3 years ago?
Oh, honestly, I enjoy it more. It's like way nicer for me to get in here, have a schedule, get my stuff done. There's like really no meandering around, because, you know, that's like how it has to be. But when I was spending literally all day in the gym, it was, I don't know, it's just like, life felt kind of purposeless. You know, you're just like training all day and there's nothing that you do outside of it. So now it's really nice. Like, I want to get my stuff done fast too, so I have more time with my daughter.
I was in labor for like 36 hours, so it was a really long day and a half. But when I did give birth, it was probably hands down the coolest experience that I have ever been a part of. And yes, it's painful and uncomfortable, but then you just get this little bundle of joy that pops out, and your life is completely changed forever. So it's the most wild, like 24, 48 hours, whatever it is, of you go into labor and then all of a sudden your life's just changed overnight. But it's the most beautiful thing. Now that I'm a mom, I really, of course, I want to do it for my daughter. I think that puts a lot of meaning into it, and I always struggled before of how selfish you have to be in the sport, and then, you know, even if you do win, it's like, who are you truly winning for? But now I have a purpose and a goal, and I get to do this to provide for my daughter, and also hopefully be a good role model. If she, like, when she's older, she can look back and be like, hey, my mom was pretty strong and she was pretty cool, and I want to be like that someday. I want to be athletic and muscular for a girl, or whatever it is that she wants. I want her to feel inspired by that.
I've told her in the past, you're an outstanding mom. And, I mean, any child would be blessed to have you as a mom. I'm so impressed. I think Laura, I always told her that she was a great mom. And I think Paige has done the same job, if not better, which I'm shocked because she never even babysat. Maybe once when she was a kid, that was it. So, like, to see her take on this motherly role and absolutely
Crush it.
100% crush it.
Just the patience of a saint when it comes to motherhood. I mean, even when it came to like breastfeeding and like seeking out answers from people, and the physical therapy like for afterwards that you have to do as a mom when you deliver points.
Everything
like,
she does for Oaklee.
Yeah, she's 100% committed to Oaklee over and above anything else.
She's obviously doing it with a family behind her now. It was just her before, and now she's looking at it as a point of, hey, this is like a really incredible career that I have, and I'm providing for my family, I'm providing for my daughter, and she gets to see, one, girls can do something like this. Like, she can do something really incredible and be super strong and be great at gymnastics and aerobic workouts, all of that. You can be great at all that, and you can do something that you love and make a living doing it. So she has a really unique position.
I find fulfillment in the small parts of life. The, you know, big flashy things that are cool to everybody else or cool to social media, those are cool, and it's like, I'll use Mayhem Classic as an example. Winning Mayhem Classic was great, but then, you know, I turn around and 30 minutes later, I have my daughter there waiting for me, and, you know, she was having a rough day, so I have to comfort her and really just be with her. And then, you know, motherhood has been one of the biggest challenges of my life, but it's been the biggest blessing. I don't know, she does things that just get me every once in a while, and she'll make me laugh so hard, and I feel like she's a little best friend, and I just find so much fulfillment in being a mother and a wife.
Obviously, it's her faith from God, giving her this drive inside of her to want to do good in the sport, to want to provide for her family. It's like coming from God, but also now that we have a daughter, you know, she does have somebody to provide for her, but she has somebody to look up to her. It's like, yeah, she says it's not for money because she wants to be like, one day she wants Oaklee to look at her and be like, oh yeah, I want to be like my mom one day.
My second coming back was like postpartum, because I did have a bit where I felt like the sport just moved on without me, and I felt like I couldn't get back to even where I was, and felt like maybe where I was wasn't even good enough anymore. And then I think heading into the Open, I started to feel pretty fit, pretty good. Qualifying for rope helped boost my confidence. But really, like, the Open and quarterfinals, I was like, okay, like, I actually feel good where I can be elite again and be pretty good at this.
Definitely have tied my worth to results, especially back in 2023 when I had my best season yet. That Saturday night of the games, I was sitting in 10th place, and I was crying to my mom. I was like, how can this just be it? I worked so hard all year just to get 10th, and it just really didn't sit well with me. And, you know, she was like, you're so much more than just what your placement is on the leaderboard.
That was a really tough night. That's probably like the hardest, because I just said, do you want to pack up and go home? Like, what are we doing here? And she just didn't feel like she had executed those first 3 days of the games the way that she could have, and she was miserable in the room. And I left because I needed to give her space. I went back up and I was like, I just don't know what can we do? Like, this doesn't define you as a human being. She woke up the next day and took top 10 and had a really good Sunday.
Yep.
And again, we had that Sunday night dinner where every family member comes together and you're laughing and everybody's having a good time. That's what you have to look at, is that at the end of the day, no matter what happens, your family's always going to be there for you.
I don't think I truly understood that until stepping into my role in motherhood of now my worth and my place is outside of CrossFit. And also, I think that strengthened my faith of God doesn't care what my placement is and He's gonna use me no matter what. I honestly feel like I haven't gotten much attention in the sport until this year. I feel like I kind of always rode the back burner, which maybe was good in a way. But even like winning Wadapalooza in 2023, nobody really cared, nobody really mentioned it, nobody put that pressure expectation on that season for me. But I do feel like this year winning Classic, it definitely has been an attention shift to like, oh wait, she can actually maybe podium or end up winning the game someday. But I honestly feel like I've given myself so much growth that I can handle that weight and handle that pressure. And you know, I have my own pressure and expectations, and that's kind of what means more to me than what other people think about me.
It's just the desire to push themselves. I think that's all it is. It's wanting to compete and wanting to push themselves to their limit and find their limits. I think you can just see that there's a difference between somebody who really wants to just see what they are capable of and push as hard as they possibly can. And there's a difference, and they do that every single session. They do it every single session. They push as hard as they possibly can. And then you see other athletes that do try to do that, but they just are missing. They're missing that one little bit at the end where she didn't think the workout was possible. Then we get towards the end of it, and then she does a huge unbroken set of bar muscle ups, even though she's extremely exhausted at the end of the workout. So she just has that willingness to push herself every single time, not even in competition. She's in training, she'll do that too.
I think my best quality as a competitor is to like roll with the punches. I don't know, I feel like I'm so set and secure outside of CrossFit that if I get a bad finish, it doesn't define A, my weekend, or B, like who I am. So there's not as much stress or pressure put on the events themselves. And you know, it is like, if I do bad in an event that I thought I'd do good in, there's a little bit of disappointment, but I just shake it off and move on to the next. It doesn't affect my weekend. So.
I think it's been unspoken a little bit between us. Maybe we've spoken a few times, but like I think that is our goal for sure, for her to win the games, because we've seen that she had the capacity for it. She's got the it factor. She's got the killer instinct, like I said. I mean, she just has something that a lot of athletes don't have, and a lot of athletes wish they have. And when she gets on the floor or even in training, you can just see it in her eyes. Like, she just has it. Whatever that little 1% is that people miss, she has that.
I think I'm very realistic with myself, and so I'm not gonna set some crazy goal that I'm not gonna be able to attain. I truly feel like the stuff that I set expectations on is something that I can chip towards. I do think, you know, winning the games could be one of those. I'd love to swing and shoot and win the games. And I mean, I think that there's still a lot of work to be done and a lot of work to be put in, but I also think that I've reached a point where I'm good on the mental side. I'm still growing, and I feel like I am good on the physical side, and I feel like if I can just put it all together and Tia Toomey isn't there, we can go ahead and make a crack for winning the games.
She's back on the top. She's back on the top. She does everything. She does everything right outside the gym. All of her food, all of her sleep, all of her recovery, everything outside the gym she does right. Everything here she listens to exactly what Angelo tells her to do. Comes from top of the line coaching. Comes from champions, from past champions in the past, and I think she's got it inside of her. But you can't really see it until the competition weekends come. That's what I'm saying. She does a good job turning it on when she needs to. So she's not all year round just wound up, oh my gosh, I have to provide, I have to win the CrossFit Games. Whenever it comes time, she'll be ready.
I think the last few years can't define Paige. I think the one thing that you need to define her by is the past 6 months and see how she's climbed the ladder. It's gonna be hard to beat her when she gets to the games.
This year, the comeback is real, and I'm here to stay. I truly believe that this can be one of my best years yet, and I also believe that I have a great future ahead of me in the sport. And I think if you're not on the Paige Rodgers train, you should hop on.